Yo, no more Black Tears podcast. You know what I'm saying? We back at the next light. You know what I'm saying? Mr. DJ Rose's in the building. Caesar C's, man. What's up?
What's good, people? What's good? We back in the building.
Yo, 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 yo. It's been a long week, y'all, man. It's good to be back in the house. Let's go.
Okay, man. All happened in the week.
So this week in sports, y'all know the NBA season starts in less than a week. So are there any storylines you looking forward to? Any like new faces in familiar places after all these trades and off-season signings? Like, what you looking forward to?
Bronny's definitely he's gonna come off the bench. The hate, some of the hate is warranted. A lot of that shit is unwarranted. Kawhi Leonard, that whole thing, like they showed a screenshot. It was a post of all his injuries over the years. That nigga done had some bad ones: ACL tears, meniscus, etc. So yeah, I can see why he would be sitting out.
That boy pussy.
Hey, bro, hey, C's, it's time for you to admit, man. Boy, man ain't it, man.
He got paid.
Yeah, he is. That's that boy pussy. That's that bussy. That's what Kawhi is. He ain't pussy. He bussy.
Besides that, man, still thinking about that cat trade. It's gonna be East Coast still looking mad weak.
Yeah, man. So for me, it's three things I'm looking forward to. The first thing I'm just gonna combine basically multiple teams. What would the old niggas do? KD with the Suns, Steph with the Warriors, and LeBron with the Lakers. They the elder statements of the league. They led our team this summer in the Olympics. Like, what are they gonna look like back with their teams? We all know their teams ain't really built to compete. So, what kind of seasons are they gonna have? And are we gonna be able to celebrate their greatness? Because LeBron been playing for 20 years, KD's been playing since 2008, and Steph been playing I think since 2010. So they all have basically been playing for like more than a decade. Second thing, man, the Hawks. Man, that first overall pick we got, man, that nigga looking good in the preseason. Trey Young, man, he's gonna be back healthy, man. What can the Hawks do? Yeah, some moves that happen in the East, man, but I don't think that the East has just solidified itself as some bad motherfuckers to the point where if the niggas play like we think they can play, and certain niggas like DeAndre Hunter take that next step, I think we can be in the East Conference Finals, bro. That's how I feel. And then the last thing, man, is Dame, Dollar, and Giannis. Y'all had a full season together last year. Y'all had the whole offseason together this year. You both are healthy. You got to make it to the finals, man. Like, y'all got to get past that monster in Boston. Y'all got to get to the finals, bro, because there is no excuse this year. Last year, we can make it the excuses. Y'all both got hurt, and it was y'all first year together. But this year, man, y'all need to show the fuck up, bro.
Yeah. So the Lakers, how many minutes is Bronny go get? Hopefully not that many because he's not ready. They need to send him to the D League. Like Bubba said, trash. He said he'll tell it to LeBron's face. Your son trash. But he ain't really trash, but I hope he goes to the G League. Also, because that boy Kincaid or Kennard, he's looking good. That boy scored the last 25 points the other night of the Lakers game. He was on fire. He looks good. We all knew from just watching him play in college and the way that the league is now that it was going to translate. Klay Thompson, are you a dead man walking or are you still alive?
He's dead.
We want to see what he got going on. Draymond Green, what you gonna do this year?
Nothing.
Are you gonna play or are you gonna podcast? And Paul George, Embiid. Both of y'all say y'all dedicating to not playing in back-to-back games. How's that? What? Say what? They say they're not playing in any back-to-back games. So you're telling me y'all don't want to win? Basically, that's what that means, right?
Yeah.
Why'd you even go to Philly? You could have got paid probably more to stay in LA in a better place, better weather, but you chose to go to Philly and play with Embiid. I thought that was about winning.
About championships there, man.
Yeah.
Fuck winning. It's about y'all getting to the finals and winning.
Yes. Obviously, y'all don't want to do that, man. We'll see what's going on when the NBC start, but man, Boston probably go repeat.
Hey man, moving on to college football. Man, I'm gonna say this right here, man. I'm gonna leave some of the big games to y'all, but it's two games that I'm intrigued by. Army's undefeated. They face East Carolina. Now, East Carolina has been one of those upset teams for like over a decade. They're 3-3. So Army should win.
It's the worst I've seen them in years. Though.
Yeah. But East Carolina has upset some big powerhouse schools before. It'll be interesting to see, can Army get to 6-0? They are ranked. I cannot remember a time I've seen Army ranked.
True that.
So it'll be interesting. Can they even make the playoffs, man?
Shout out to their head coach, Jeff Munkin.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
He was a former Georgia Southern coach.
And another game I'm interested in is LSU versus Arkansas. When me and Rose saw the Arkansas game a couple weeks ago, I didn't realize they 4-2 now. Like they are actually, if they win this game against LSU, which is a ranked opponent, and they continue to win out and do what they're supposed to do, they could possibly finish the season with only 2 losses, maybe 3, maybe, possibly slip in the playoffs. But LSU needs to win this game because they cannot afford to have this loss if they still want to make the playoffs. They got a quarterback that's playing well. He's in the Heisman contention. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this game go. And, hey, if the game's on TV, I look forward to watching it to see if Arkansas is going to be greater, y'all.
Got to be greater.
Yeah, so we know the obvious one that's going to come up. It's going to be the big one of the season, Texas versus UGA. That's a historical significance game. Like, they got a long track record. This basically is going to determine who's going to be probably going to be number one. It's going to be a big game. We'll see who's going to shine in that one. Then we got another SEC. We got Tennessee versus Bama. 2 great teams that fell up, that were upsetted. So we'll see how that pans out in the rest of the SEC.
I got 2 games to talk about, and they both were the same team. So last week, somebody asked me, he said, "What's the score in the Georgia Southern game?" I said, "Man, they down by like 5, man. They losing, man. They down by 5. It's got 2 minutes left or something. Man. They about to lose." Next morning, I found out they came back and won. And then today, I found out that the score was 23-3. No, 25-3 in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left, and they came all the way back and won. That was amazing. And then tomorrow, Georgia Southern play James Madison. James Madison is having a great season. They're like 5-1. Georgia Southern is 4-2, but we played some pretty tough teams. So we played Ole Miss, and we also played another top team. So it's like, okay, we got 2 losses, but that's gonna be a good game. And usually, you know what I'm saying, when you think of a homecoming game, what do you usually think about? The opponent of the homecoming team. It's gonna be a cupcake, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on now. They scheduled James Madison for their homecoming? Like,
it's about to be a game, man.
I think it's gonna be a really good game, man. So can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see it. Man, that's all I got for college football.
Yo, man. In the NFL, we had a lot of bombs drop, man. We had 3 trades happen this week, but 2 huge trades. C's, what's your thoughts on these trades happening in the NFL?
So Davonte Adams was last week or this week?
That's a big trade.
It was
this
Tuesday.
week.
Both of them happened Tuesday.
That's a big trade. I want to see. He didn't get some numbers up on my fantasy.
That one, it's like, I hope if you have him on your fantasy team, I hope them numbers get
They're going to get better because he's getting back with his homeboy, right?
He did.
Rodgers, right?
You could tell he wanted to get out of there. It just seemed like a bad situation for him. Just the will wasn't there.
Jets about to start winning again, huh?
I don't know if they're
going to don't jump the gun too soon.
I don't know if they're going to win. They probably will win some games because I'm pretty sure they put up some more points now because they got a nice wide receiver group. Their offense looks good. On paper, they got one of the top offenses in the league. On defense, they're supposed to have one of the top defenses in the league too. So Buffalo got Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep forgetting about him. When people talking about Alabama wide receivers, they always leave him off the list, but he's been consistent years and years and years on different teams. So only quarterback he ain't catch the ball was from Deshaun, but Sean too busy throwing balls. So you know what I'm saying?
The shortest.
Yeah. So maybe Josh Allen can give him the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna do good in Buffalo too. So, and I was surprised that the Falcons didn't make a trade yet for Hassan Reddick, but that's what I want to see them do. Get Hassan Reddick, put him on the other side of Judon, and let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? The teams we got in front of us, we got Detroit. We got San Francisco. I'm not believing in Minnesota yet, but Detroit, San Francisco, those are the two main teams in NFC. So I think we get Hassan Reddick, I think we can compete with them boys. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Bertizzi.
Yeah, man. 3 things. First of all, the Amari Cooper trade, that's gonna make the Bills better. They didn't have no elite receiver. Amari Cooper still.
Where were the digs?
He got traded to the Houston in the offseason. Okay. Amari Cooper still is a top 15 receiver in the league. So he's a great route runner. That's going to be good for Josh Allen. Plus, he's not a diva. But the Davonte Adams trade, that shit right there, that's a game changer. Because if they can pick back up on the chemistry in Green Bay, it's really no telling what the Jets can do if you move Garrett Wilson to the number 2 receiving position and he accepts that role. Now, as far as possible trades, man, I've been seeing this trade on Twitter all fucking the last 2 days. Man, as a Falcons fan, I want it to happen, but also as a Falcons fan, I'm pessimistic that it won't happen. Max Crosby, bro.
I'll take him too.
Come to Atlanta, dog. I keep seeing reports that you was in Atlanta earlier this week. I keep seeing reports that the Raiders are selling off. Hey, man, the Falcons, we got a chance to go to a Super Bowl. If you add Max Crosby to that defensive line we got, who's a top 5 pass rusher right now, to go with Judon and Grady Jarrett, man. Hey, man, with the way the safeties been playing the secondary, yo, bro, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. I hope we willing to pull the trigger because I would not be surprised if the Raiders are selling. I wouldn't be surprised with the Aiden Hutchins injury that the Lions try to make that trade to stay relevant. But Falcons, bro, this is one of the few times in our history y'all got to go for it, bro. Y'all got to go for it. Yeah. If it's on the table, go for it. So y'all know Thursday Night Football was last night, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Garbage.
Was that the first?
That shit was garbage.
Yo.
That was the first garbage Thursday Night Football game, though. And you know why? It wasn't a division game.
Yeah.
That's the first time I thought it was going to do a division game all season long.
They should have kept with that trend. So it was the Saints Broncos. The only highlight of the game was Drew Brees at halftime got inducted into the Saints Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. That was the only highlight of the whole fucking game, if you want to be real, man. Alvin Kamara ain't do shit. Spencer Rattler, he didn't throw the ball well. He had a nice little 30-yard run. I saw it live. It was cool. Bo Nix played okay. You know, it was just one of those games where it was like, it was on TV. The Broncos won. Sean Payton, I guess he got the win back in his, New Orleans where he coached for so long and won the Super Bowl against Dennis Allen, who he brought up as a defense coordinator.
So that was the big deal about that. I'm like, yeah, okay. I feel you. Mm-hmm. What's going on Sunday, though?
So, we got Week 7 in NFL. C's, what games are you looking forward to?
I'm going to talk about the game that nobody cares about. Nobody's going to wake up early in the morning to watch.
I hope it's not the Steelers.
It's going to be the Pats and the Jags in London. Nobody's watching that shit. I'm not. I'm definitely not waking up early. Lions and Vikings.
Good game.
2 strong teams winning right now. I'm interested to see who
you got.
Vikings. I got Vikings.
I got Detroit.
I like Detroit, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one. And
8 mile, 9 mile, 7 miles.
6 mile.
And then the last one, I want to see the Ravens and Bucks. Of course, the Ravens are doing fairly well. People are saying that the Bucks are turning around this season. I don't know. I think they're just mid-tier bottom, starting to slide towards the bottom of the barrel, but We'll see.
Vertiz, what you got on the plate? Chicken wings or pizza?
Well, first things first, man. I'm looking forward to the Falcons. We got a chance to extend our divisional lead. You know, because the Saints just lost. They was looking like powerhouses earlier this year, and I was actually afraid, like, damn, bro, these niggas might be really that fucking good, man. So hopefully we can beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks are a good team, a solid team, but we are at home. The Chiefs 49ers, the 49ers got to win this game, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just keep getting your ass beat by the same team over and over because this is potentially a Super Bowl matchup. So if they lose this game, let's just be real, bro. Like, I'm going to be honest, even if they was to win this game, I don't care how good the 49ers look the rest of the year. I would probably still have the Chiefs over in the Super Bowl if they made the Super Bowl because you can't just keep getting your ass whipped by the same team over and over. And then the last game I look forward to is Texans-Packers. Two young gunslingers, man. Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs at receiver. Jaden Reed is looking phenomenal. He's emerging as the best receiver on that team. Both teams got good running backs. Joe Mixon's back. Josh Jacobs is back with the Packers. Like, if you are into fantasy football, I'm not going to lie. It's probably at least 8 players in that game alone combined that you probably going to want to have in your lineups. Like, that's probably going to be the game of the weekend, in my opinion, in terms of, like, the scoring output and the big play output in that game.
You know, a game I wouldn't mind seeing. I think we talked about it, but I don't know when they're going to play. But Detroit and Falcons for the championship. I think that'd be a good game. Who y'all got?
Detroit.
You got Detroit?
Man, I'm going to go Falcons, bro, right now, if that game is to be played.
Yeah. I'm going Falcons just because I'm going Falcons.
There we go. ATL.
I will say this, man. Amari St. Brown probably going to have 200 yards receiving that game, man.
Especially if he got the best quarterback in the league on him. I mean.
Yeah, that nigga who go like, woof, woof. So yeah, Amari St. Brown might kill that nigga, man. Are there any games you look forward to, Rose?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Bills Titans. Obviously, for one reason, want to see what Mark Cooper gonna do, and I'm also looking forward to the Jets and the Steelers. Glad you didn't pick that game. I'll pick it for you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Justin Fields. I'm pretty sure you'll get the start, but everything is in the air right now. Russell.
He ain't starting.
You know what George Pickens said, man? This is going to be Russell's first start.
Yeah.
But hey, some people saying that could have been a plant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fields ain't starting.
So I want to see what's going on with that. I'm pretty sure Justin go get the start though.
No, it's hard to bench a nigga who's winning right now.
Yeah,
like they only got one loss.
Two.
They got 2 losses, so it's hard to bench somebody that's 4-2.
Yeah, so
but he's not playing.
They're saying that he runs too much for this type of game.
When you traded for him, that's what you did, bro.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm just saying this is what's being said. They say he's running too much for this game. You probably need a gunslinger. You know what I'm saying? But Russell hasn't started yet, so it's like we don't know what he's capable of.
This is the wrong game for Russell to start. I'm trying to tell you because they got a white boy on the other side that he don't want to see.
Exactly.
He don't want to see that boy TJ. Shout out to TJ.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, talking about people you don't want to see. Moving on to TNT.
Boom, Dynamite.
Now for those who like BMF, Big Meech just got released from prison this week.
That's right.
C's, tears or no tears?
Tears of joy, man. I don't personally know this nigga nor met anybody that I know of associated with this nigga. Probably somebody I know. But BMF was like one of the first crews to do it at that level. It's just crazy. And it's like a lot of people found out about Terry years later. Everybody's name was Big Meech, but a lot of us do know, we know the full story of like the BMF crew, but It's been years. They've been talking about him getting out of jail since like 2016 or something, and he's finally released. I would like to see him actually make an appearance in the show. It would be good to see him and his son in the show together, or like even if he plays like obviously you don't have to play yourself, but I mean,
An uncle or somebody.
like somebody. So it'd be dope to see. But and then like he also, it's probably some people that owe him some favors though, man. It's iconic, man. It's iconic.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. I see everybody shot in the mouth, like yeah. But the last time I heard, he's a confessed murderer and drug smuggler. I don't know him personally, but he put a lot of people on the map from Georgia, so I got love for that. But who is this ninja?
Yeah, man, I ain't got no tears either, man, because we gotta stop that shit, bro. We gotta stop niggas who are guilty of their crimes when they do their time, come home, and we celebrate these niggas like they war heroes. Like this nigga went to Iraq, killed like 10 niggas to preserve our freedom, bro. He did his crime. He went to prison. He did the time. Him having his name and his status and his money. Let me keep it real with you. Him doing his time is not the same as some of these broke niggas that go to prison doing their time. He was eating good in there. He was living good. And he was probably still fucking bitches while he was in there, man. So, hey, he did his time. So shout out to him. I hope he's, rehabilitated. I hope he produces for society. But I'm not going to be out here celebrating his return like it's just this fabulous thing, man.
Yeah,
Juice, man.
That shit gonna be crazy because strip culture about to change again, man. That shit, man. Look at here. I remember last time I seen them boys out. Them niggas was like 10 cars deep, Lambo after Ferrari after Hummer after Corvette. Like, nigga, what the fuck? So to see that shit again in Atlanta is gonna be crazy, man. That shit gonna be wild.
And talking about another person who got the word big in front of his name. Big Tigger, the radio personality, at the age of, I think, 51 or 53.
51.
51, has finally had his first child with his wife. Hey man, tears of joy for that dude, man. Happy for you, dog, man. Like, you gonna be an old daddy, that's for sure. Like when your son's like in high school, you gonna be in your 60s, and hey, that's cool though, man. Like that for men, there really is no time limit on that thing, man. Whenever you ready to start having kids, have kids when you feel like you ready financially, and in the point of your life to have kids, because kids do change your life. But hey, shout out to that nigga though, man. Shout out to him.
I mean, yeah, no knock to him. It's like, hey, he waited till he was financially set to have a kid. So I mean, hey, what they say, it's never too late, I guess.
Unless you Al Pacino, man, that nigga should have stopped.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I guess I ain't got no tears for this. I would say tears of joy, but it's whatever. I ain't got no tears. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you too old. By the time your son or your daughter get to about 3-4 years old, you're gonna be 55. Like, and by the time they graduate high school, you gonna be y'all near 70. That's if you still alive. Like, dog, you need to start having kids earlier so you can stick around and be involved. Don't just be the couch daddy. Like, hey, go over there. I ain't do this. Like, and Tigger, you done live life, so I know your knees loose because they said your booty was loose. That was my bad. That was Superhead said. So I know your knees loose too. So, man, but shout out to you, man. You Atlanta Hawks person. You're Atlanta Falcons person, man. You live in Atlanta, man. As I just said, booty loose, knees loose. So, shout out to you though. Bring Rat City back.
Hey, man. So for those who didn't hear, the Metra Line in the Dallas area was being raided. Storage units was being raided by people. And the video is like crazy. Just see people jumping in these storage units and just basically looting. Yeah, I got tears, man. What's wrong with you niggas, man? Like, we just had the storm in the CSIA. Niggas was out here looting and getting how they live. Like, damn, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers that desperate, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. There is a part of society that the have-nots that really do need to do that. But it do feel like it's a lot of motherfuckers that's kind of in that middle range that's just doing shit that's be doing shit. See?
Man, I got tears because it just is. You see a video and it's so short, it just poses more questions. So if anybody's seen a shipping container, you see them on the back of trucks, you see them at the port, and you see them anytime you see them on the train. You know, if it's not like one of the cold containers, but these containers are like 10 feet, if not more high. How the hell do you get to the second stacked container, open it up, and they normally put seals with numbers on them? So that means either somebody cut them open or somebody forgot to seal it. They had these large boxes that look like TVs, and you just see somebody just throwing them out. So I'm like, what? Do these people even know what the hell they're taking? It's just like, oh no, I just see everybody over there getting one. I got to get me one too.
Pretty much. It's probably underwear and socks, the way he was tossing them out, because he was just tossing them things.
And then everybody driving off, and I'm like, the cops are there. I'm not just gonna stand there and try to chase somebody. I'm gonna chase somebody and be like, I gotta get at least one of these motherfuckers. One of them, you know, like I could just say, hey, where's your report at? I got one. Chief, I got one. But yeah, it's crazy to see Metra, Texas. So
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. They did what they supposed to do. I'm pretty sure some people got caught. So, but my thing, like C says, like, how you stealing stuff you don't know what's in it? Like, obviously, it had to be an inside job. Somebody had to knew what was in it, because the way they was lined up, I thought it was like the hurricane when they was giving out free food and free supplies and everything. In Augusta, the car lines was lined up like that, and people was taking that stuff and running. I'm talking about, it was crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that really on a train, and the train was on the track. It was not like it was at a depot or a stop. I think the train had just broke down, and I think they got mad and said, "Bump it, we just gonna take whatever we can." And I think that's what they did.
Hey man, talking about taking what you can. So Angel Reese recently posted from the WNBA that the WNBA does not pay her rent. Her rent is $8,000 a month. Now, of course, she got endorsements and she had NIL deals when she was in college, so I'm pretty sure she had some of that money saved up. Man, I got tears, ho, man. Get in the gym, man. Work on your game, man. Work on a mid-range jumper. Work on a post move, man. Like you posting videos of you thirst trapping, you doing a little podcast, and that's another quick side note. All you motherfuckers that had not made All Pros or that's not guaranteed being a Hall of Fame or haven't won the championship, man, stop doing podcasts, man. Sit the fuck down, man. Worry about the main thing, which is basketball, football, or baseball, whatever sport you playing, man. And Angel Reese, worry about the WNBA because you only relevant. You not no bad bitch. Stop letting these motherfuckers boost your head. You're not no bad bitch. You only relevant because you know how to dribble a ball and rebound and shit like that. So guess what? Be as good as you can while you can, because you only got a short time to be one of the best players in the world at basketball, and then use basketball as a tool to go into other avenues like LeBron James is doing, or like Jay-Z did with hip hop. That's what you need to be worried about. But you out here basically wearing lingerie and trying to thirst trap niggas and being on podcasts and talking about we don't fly out niggas, but then you got other WNBA players on other podcasts talking about we do fly out niggas. Like, man, ho, you sound stupid, man. Just play basketball. Who we don't even know what the fuck Caitlin Clark voice sound like, to be honest. Because outside of the media asking her questions, we don't hear shit. During that whole break, she didn't do shit but get her teammates together, get Aaliyah Boston and all them other hoes, and said, hey, we finna just hoop. And you saw the difference in what their team looked like the second half of the season and what your team looked like, bitch. So, hey, man, chill the fuck out and worry about basketball.
Yeah, man. I got tears, man, because she can't get a break. I'm talking about she getting roasted from everywhere. Like, Like I understand she's calling it, she's putting it on herself, but I just feel like some people should just give her a break. She's young. She's somewhat pretty with makeup on. You know what I'm saying? She's tall. She has long legs. But she also is only like what 21, 22. So like she's making money. I have a problem with she's saying her rent is $8,000. Good Lord. And like you got to be more responsible with your money. Yes. If we were talking about that, I would probably have some tears, but I I mean I would probably wouldn't have no, I don't know, but I'm accusing myself, but yeah, I got tears, man. I just wish she could get a break.
Yeah, man, nobody's gonna have tears for that. If you said $8,000 mortgage, I understand because at least you trying to own it eventually. Take some notes from your former teammate Flage, man. She just bought 20 acres. Talking about building generational wealth.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, bro. Cause Flage young in this bitch, bro. We gotta stop using these people ages as a fucking excuse. Flage is younger than that bitch. Flage not doing some of this crazy shit Angel Reese doing. She's out here actually uplifting her fucking community and just worrying about basketball and shit in her rap career, man. Like, thank you for bringing that up. Cause I saw that earlier this week, and the first thing I thought was, man, good for you, fucking Flage, man. Buying back property in the community.
She different upbringing. That we go to with the upbringing. It's different upbringing. Reese ain't hood. She dressed like she hood. She want to be hood, but she ain't hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
different upbringing.
She out here trying to
values are different.
She's also trying to be a baddie, you know, out here being a IG model, whatever, and all this other endorsements. But it's like she also said it doesn't even take care of a car. So my assumption is she probably got a Porsche or Bentley, $200,000 car. So athletes, you already know. We've seen it in every male dominated league. Every male league, we've seen it. We've seen the story before. So now that these women are getting money, don't be like Angela Reese. Be smarter with your money, man.
Yeah, just don't go broke, ho. As long as you don't go broke, keep doing what you're doing. Live your life.
Man, she can go broke. She just gonna find one of these rappers, man, and just suck their dick, bro.
By that time, ain't nobody it's gonna be ran through.
Hey, man, talk about ran through, man. Food stamps have been around for as long as motherfuckers can remember. There has been this argument online this week about how much food stamps should go for. This one girl said, hey, man, I got food stamps. It was 50 for 50. It was 100 for 100. It was 200 for 180. And like literally someone says, I'm good, love. I normally do half off. And then what you mean? Like normally I give them $50, they give me $100. Then some people have been commenting on this, resharing and commenting saying, I do 60% of the dollar. I do 75% of the dollar. Yo, man. Tears, no tears for what people doing food stamps.
I got tears because that's different from what I knew of people selling food stamps back. From what all I knew, it was half. And it's like when somebody buying food stamps from you, they doing you a favor. It's like, hey, I ain't gonna use these. I need real cash so I could go buy something else instead of I don't need food. So it was like that's like you take you got toilet paper in your house. Somebody gives you a free crate of toilet paper. You trying to get it off. You ain't gonna mark the price up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was always food stamps is not equivalent to cash. It can work like it, but that's not what it is. I'm doing you a favor buying this shit off you. So I mean tears because that don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, I got tears because you online doing something illegal again. We keep talking about this. Why are you online promoting illegal stuff? And then when you get caught, you crying in the courtroom talking to the judge about, please don't sentence me to 5-6 years. I got a family. I got kids. I got this. No, you was online talking about you wanting to sell these stamps for half off or 75% off, whatever you was trying to do. Oh, there's plenty of people out here that's starving. That could probably use some stamps, but can't get it because they make $5 too much a month. But you out here doing your thing, selling them, probably buying some Loud or some Za or some crack or some white or some perk Even though it was fake because you were gremlin, but you still ate it. We trying to eat real food out here, you know what I'm saying? People out here struggling. Man, yeah, I got tears.
Yeah, I got tears too, man, because, bro, once we start going to like 60 cents on the dollar, definitely 75%, it's no point, bro. Because it's like, once the tax, like, come on, man. Like, I'm buying the shit because I'm trying to avoid the taxes. I'm trying to get groceries and stuff like that. Like, yo, y'all are getting these food stamps and y'all not understanding that the whole purpose of me buying the food stamps is, yes, I'm giving you $50, but the $50 I'm giving you is money, which means you can spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. Your rent, a bottle, drugs, school clothes for your kids. You cannot spend food stamps on this stuff. And me personally, I'm getting the food stamps because I might want to go grocery shopping. And I'm like, bruh, I don't want to spend $100 in cash. I'd rather spend $50 to pay you off and use $100 of your food stamps. And like Juice Man said, this shit is illegal, man. Same thing, Rose, man. Y'all online posting this shit. How you gonna feel when somebody decide to report your ass and now you lose your food stamps, or even worse, now you sitting in the county jail or prison because you over here basically trying to say fuck the government, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta do better. Hey, man, I don't know what's wrong with these people trying to sell food stamps.
Saying this wrong with these hoes.
I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, y'all. What's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong with them?
So this is another story time. So there was a woman. She's pregnant. She's married. Now her husband got her all dressed up. They went out to dinner. While they at dinner, she's texting her ex-boyfriend, and she's like, "Yeah, I miss you. I wish that we could have had this life together. Basically, I wish that I could have had your baby and we could be married right now." The husband saw the messages and basically said, "Fuck you, bitch. I'm out." She then started texting that nigga saying, "I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm very emotional right now because I'm pregnant." And then he eventually questioned, like, "Man, I don't know if that baby's mine." So then she got mad saying, "That's crazy that you even questioning some shit like that when this is a baby that we quote unquote planned together." Man, first things first, bro. This every man's fear, bro. That you marry a bitch and you don't even know if you that bitch first choice.
You never her first choice. What you talking about?
Like that's the fear right there, man. Because a lot of you hoes will go out here and hoe. Just be hoeing, be throwing that pussy around, fall in love with a nigga that is above your pay grade. That nigga don't want you because he see you a hoe or he just got better options. Then you come into another nigga. And this is not saying the other nigga is any lesser than that nigga. You just don't prefer that nigga. But then you might see this nigga got motion, or this nigga might be a potential good father, or might be a good mate for you. So you get with him. But in the back of your mind, no matter how happy you are with that nigga, on some days, you think to yourself, damn, I wish everything I'm experiencing with this nigga right here, the nigga that I really want to be with, I wish that everything could have worked out with that nigga. Like, bitch, you wrong. You shouldn't even be texting your ex. You married. And then for you to even be texting this nigga talking about all this other shit that you wish it could have been him, like, what is you saying about your husband in that moment? I don't care how emotional you are, bitch. Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you, bitch? And then on top of all of that, like, you get mad at him for questioning his baby, talking about we playing this baby. Hold up. I don't care if we sat down for months and we planned for you to get pregnant. I don't know when I was at home busting my ass trying to work if that pussy was in the streets. Because if you texting this nigga that you wish it was his baby and you still in love with him and all this shit, you possibly capable of letting that nigga hit. And I got plenty of homegirls that got a nigga or that's married, and then there's certain niggas that they actually fuck with, that they actually cared about back in the day, that they still let slide through from time to time. So ain't no telling. You could have let that nigga slide through one day on a Tuesday while this nigga was at the plant working or whatever. And that could be his baby in reality. Like, yeah, this shit is just crazy, man. Fellas, just understand you need to find out if that bitch really, really is putting you first, because these hoes out here be really wild.
It's disrespectful, man. It's just one of those situations where you basically looking back. You should be looking forward. And it's like the fact that you write this whole essay about how he's such your current man, your current husband is such a great man and gives you everything you want, and it's how much it's a dream. But you over here dreaming about how much you wish it was with this person. Apparently, he didn't treat you right, so you just had this grandiose fairy tale idea of, man, I wish the classic trope of, man, I wish you would have acted right or did right. I wish I could have had this with you. It's like you don't appreciate what you had, so of course. And the fact that you did it in front of his face, he took you to dinner. Wasn't it the night before she was about to have the baby? So like that's even more significance. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And it's not just a woman thing, but you see a lot of women get into this window. Appreciate what you have, not what you had, because apparently you would have never had that with that man anyway.
Yeah, so first of all, we all know this story was fake. But things like this happen every day, yo. You know what I'm saying? It happen every day, B. You know what I'm saying? And if the guy really is going to divorce her because of this, he was already looking for a way out, man. He already knew, like, man, this hoe ain't it. He was already looking for a way out. If he really go divorce her after all this, after you spend all that time and put all this effort and everything, you show you the man of her dreams and everything, and then you go divorce her just because of that, yeah, dude, he was already looking for a way out, man. But this is what happens, though. This is what happens when simps get the girl of their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that she was a hoe before. This is what happens all the time. Like you like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this. This is what happens, man. She was a hoe before you. You was a simp. You fell for it, and now it's like, oh man, now this and this and that. Hey man, you signed up for that, man. And you know what I'm saying? This is what happens. And you know what I'm saying? If dudes would just stay in their lane, just one thing, young fellas, stay in your lane, man. Keep your expectations low, and you will never disappoint it.
So let me ask a question for everybody at the table, because you brought something up, Rose. For every man at this table, if your wife who's pregnant with your kid did this scenario, are you staying? It's just yes or no.
No.
Juice Man, no.
Oh no.
Rose?
Yeah.
You staying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm probably out too, man. I'm probably out too. Hey, down to the final topic of the night. So a lot of times you watch movies when you're younger, and the movies are amazing. But as you get older, they're still amazing. But you pick up on certain things, whether it's characters, whether it's storylines, and you just be like, you know what? This shit just, I look at it differently now as an adult than when I was a child or a teenager, or now that I done lived life and I done experienced what these characters in this movie have actually been through. So, C's, what's 5 movies from your childhood or teenage years that you look at differently now as an adult?
No, always. I was just talking about it before the pod, man. But the hard part about a lot of these like top 5 greatest of all times is you really gotta actually sit down and reminisce. Think about how much movies you watch a year, and then it's like a lot of people didn't watch movies as a kid, so that's another factor. But this was just off the top of the head, man. Boys in the Hood. As a kid, when I was younger, it was just one of them hood classics. Used to watch repeats on VH1 and BET, but the deeper meaning in that, like those themes in the movie about like gentrification, being a young black man, father-son relationships, seeing how, parent-child relationship, like Doughboy situation. Doughboy probably could have been a businessman, you know what I mean? Ricky probably would have survived and actually been in the league, So it's just a lot of themes in that movie. One that I'm probably gonna catch flack for, but I like. You can't watch action movies all day, man. You gotta switch it up. I was just watching a movie with West. This is a side note, but it was a movie with Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes. I forgot the name of the movie, but in that same era, it actually came out. I want to say like 6 months afterwards, or it might have been Brown Sugar. But Love Jones, that was a fucked up relationship from the beginning. It was just like it's like you left me just to come back, and then like it leaves you on that cliffhanger. It's like, damn, that's a crazy situation. They should have never got together. Another one, same main character, Dead Presidents. There was a lot of things that happened in that movie. Had the characters made different choices, would have completely changed the outcome of everything. Like
What's a few things?
him going to jail, him getting with Juanita. There was a part in the movie where he's like, I should have just messed with your sister. I should have never dated you. I should have been effing with you. I should have been with the sister. And then there's like the whole situation with Cuddy, Chris Tucker's character dying early. That whole situation. And then like just the choice to rob the bank. You know what I mean? Like the whole setup is like, dude, you just got back from Vietnam, man.
But you know what's so crazy about that movie, man? That as an adult, that makes me think so much is how we have these people join the military, do all that stuff, and come back, and they're not properly set up all the time. And that's what that movie kind of made me, like as an adult, I didn't think about it as a kid, but as an adult, that's something that actually did cross my mind rewatching. It's like, yo, you went to Vietnam, you served your country, why is you struggling?
Yeah.
Like, why is you broke?
Yeah.
Why are you even in a position where you got to rob a bank?
Yeah, and it's just like that
It's sad.
whole trope, that whole situation, PTSD situation with Cuddy. It's like, yeah, this is a screwed up situation. And then it just goes to show you like your actions have consequences. It's like, yeah, you could say it's gonna be a reminder of a lot of movies where like the characters rob a bank or something, and everybody's trying to make it out. Whether it's Now You See Me, Den of Thieves, all these different movies where it's like, hey, man, I wonder what it would be like to rob a bank. You're not actually gonna do it. It's just like, you get it. Next movie, Amistad, because I seen it as a kid. I knew what was going on, but I didn't really know what was going on. It's a movie that makes my blood boil. Just seeing somebody chained up in this. They said, okay, we gotta get rid of some weight. So rather than get rid of like some materials or something, we just gonna throw them overboard. So it's like just seeing that dragged just to see the trains clink and they throw them in the water. It's one of those movies that was it's a real fucked up situation that really happened. My next one, this one is one of my favorite movies. I feel like it's a highly underrated movie. You got Brad Pitt and you got Morgan Freeman. Seven. It was just one of those movies when I saw it in high school. I was like, damn, this is a really psychologically twisted movie.
That was a scary movie too back in the day.
And it's like the famous scene, if you ever seen that scene, but what's in the box, man? It's just like, yo, how would I actually sat there and thought about it. And I'm like, yo, this man is insane because it's like he's judging someone saying they're sinning and then punishing them for it. But he himself, he knows he's gonna die, but it's like he himself is actually going to punish them for it too. So and it goes in the same line of like Saw. Saw's a similar situation. It's like, yeah, I get the thought of it, but it's just like, who are you to judge? And it's like in that situation, how would that movie have ended if it was me? Probably the same damn way. The same fucking way.
Forteezy.
So my first movie, Soul Food, man, because we tried to make Terry the villain, and I ain't gonna lie, when I was a kid, I thought she was the villain. I'm gonna be real, because she just seemed like a bitch. But as an adult, it is a lot on the most successful person in the family to be the most financially responsible. Like you paying all the bills for a lot of people. When someone need money, they come to you. That is a lot, especially when you got your own family you're trying to take care of, and that's what Terry was going through. And then when Big Mama died, They wanted to keep the house, even though the house wasn't paid for, but nobody else had no real money, and Terry and her husband was going to pay for it all. Then even you think about it, Vivica A. Fox, she got her husband because she stole her sister's boyfriend. Like, yo, that's wild. Like, yo, you got your husband because you stole your sister's boyfriend. Then later on in the movie, Terry's husband, who's a successful fucking lawyer, ends up fucking her cousin. Like, that's some really like fucked up ass shit, man. Like just that part alone, before we even get into some of the stuff where Slim and Nia Long character get into it, and he goes to the bar and drinking. And now as an adult, I understand why Slim was mad. Yo, bitch went on a date with another man, got jewelry, got you a job, and let's be real. Yes, from the viewer's perspective of the movie, we know she ain't sucked that nigga dick. But in real life, if a nigga tell you, yeah, man, I pulled some strings to get your wife, because your wife won't get your job, you don't know what your wife did for this man. And then you find out that God gave her some expensive ass jewelry. Like, yo, bro, any reasonable man that loves their bitch would have probably crashed out, bro. And punched that nigga in his shit and then acted a fool because he didn't even hit the bitch in the shop. From what I remember, all he did was just take her and grab her real tight, take her in the bathroom and just scare her. And then guess what happened to this nigga? The bitch sister calls the cousins and they rough the nigga up. Now the nigga in jail again. Like, as an adult, it's just so many things I look at. Like, bro, a lot of women in that particular family was fucked up and they was wrong for the way they handle shit. But Terry definitely, yo, we need to apologize to her. She was not the fucking villain. Like what she did in the movie, even when she snapped at Thanksgiving or whatever and got the knife, that was a reasonable crash out, bro. Because when she said, fuck the family fucked my husband, I didn't fully understand that as a child, but as an adult, yeah, man, if you gonna do some shit like that, man, fuck the family, man. At some point in time, we gotta stop feeling like just because we bonded by blood, we bonded for life. Sometimes, man, all kinfolk ain't your folk, bro. You gotta let them niggas go sometimes. Man, Candyman. Bruh, this nigga was a slave, basically. This nigga fell in love with a white bitch. Now, granted, the law of the land, if you a nigga, you cannot fuck no white bitch. But still, how is this nigga the villain in the whole franchise? He's
not a bad guy.
He was fucking the white bitch. The whole village chased him, chopped his fucking hand off, put a hook on his hand, smothered him in candy and shit. And he died and shit because bees basically killed his ass. And all he did for the rest of the franchise was basically kill people in that bloodline and shit. Like, to be honest, bruh, that's what he's supposed to fucking do, man.
I got
So you ain't seen part 2 then? That what it sounds like to me. You ain't seen part 2.
I seen all, even the one that came out a couple years ago.
I just got one caveat for the new one.
You realize he's a good guy. He's a fucking hero. Candyman is a fucking hero.
I just got a caveat for the newer one. I can't speak for the older ones because I haven't seen them in like maybe 7-8 years. He was killing black people too, though. I understand.
He killed people that got in his way, bro.
Drug dealers.
I'm saying though,
way.
it's like, bro, kill the white folks, man.
He was killing a lot of white folks, but he was also like drug dealers.
Mostly kill the white folks, though. Man.
Yeah, but drug dealers, he was killing drug dealers.
And also, this for real, bro.
Carjackers.
Candyman taught people a valuable lesson.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth, bro. I'm not even gonna pop up your house if you don't say my fucking name. I think I just said the nigga name twice, so I'm gonna stop now. But I'm not gonna pop up.
You're not in the front of a mirror. You're straight.
Hey, bro, I don't know if that TV got a reflection, man.
Okay.
But the third movie, Love Don't Cost a Thing. And I actually almost picked Drumline, but then I felt like this was even more fucked up. Nick Cannon became the villain halfway through the movie. He was the nerd and a loser. Finally got attention from the girl of his dreams because he basically paid her to be his girlfriend. But then she tried to make him the bad guy because he didn't want to be with her at the end of the week. He wanted to move on and basically be a player. That was the whole fucking agreement. The whole fucking agreement was for me to get some clout. Like, we didn't know what clout was back in the day. But that's what it was. I needed some clout so I could fuck these hoes. And that's what happened. Once he got clout, all these hoes in the school wanted to fuck him. You wasn't even stunting that nigga when he had the little fucked up fro and the glasses and all that shit, he was just a lame ass nigga. And to me, I look at real life. A lot of you hoes is like that. Y'all see these niggas that y'all think is lame, but once they get some motion, and this the thing, a lot of women, I hope women that hear this, like, heed this. Bro, y'all can really fix a nigga up. Like, you can put clothes on a nigga, you can give a nigga a haircut, you can shave a nigga beard, like, you can line his shit up or whatever. Y'all can really fix a lot of these niggas that y'all look at and think look bummy. Y'all can really make them look clean, and y'all can really make other bitches jealous enough to the point where it's like, damn, bro, I didn't notice that nigga, and that's what she did. But guess what? Now that he got motion, you wasn't down with him when he was struggling. Of course he gonna move on and try to fuck other hoes. Kill Bill, man.
Classic.
Hey man, Uma Thurman, it was dope that she went on that killing spree. But looking back at it, you killed Vivica A. Fox, who had a child. Then you went ahead and killed your baby daddy. So I'm thinking to myself, that's 2 kids that lost parents.
They deserved it, though, man.
It's not about what they deserve. It's the fact of you killed 2 parents. You killed 2 parents. So like, I'm assuming Vivica A. Fox child did not have a father, and then your child who was raised by the father for the first 4 or 5 years of their life. Now they going like, wait, where daddy at? Where daddy at? Oh, daddy dead. Why is daddy dead? Because daddy left me in the fucking ditch and I had to kill him. Instead of just coming to the realization, you know what? Let's just raise this child together and move forward amicably. Like, fuck all the bullshit. I'm just saying,
Hey,
bro.
you tripping.
At some point in time, revenge is not worth it, bro, when you leave in the path of destruction. And I'll be honest, I'm still surprised when you get a Kill Bill 3. Because Vivica A. Fox kid supposed to grow up and seek revenge. Like, where that little bitch at? That little bitch supposed to grow up and seek revenge, man. So that shit was crazy. Last movie. And, you know, I had to get a cartoon movie. I love cartoon movies. A Goofy movie. The whole movie, when I was a kid, I felt Max. Yo, leave me alone. Give me my space. I'm trying to focus these hoes. I'm trying to hang with my friends. But as an adult, I feel where Goofy was coming from now, man. You see your little boy growing up. You see your child growing up. And you really just want to go on a fishing trip with this nigga. You really just want to spend time with your child. And then we see in the part 2 that basically Max is a grown-ass man and he can't even hang with him. So I felt for Goofy as an adult watching the movie again. Like, yo, bro, he just wanted to spend time with his dad because when he was younger, Max thought Goofy was the shit. And then as Max got older, he was like, man, my dad really lame. So, and I'll be honest, this to a lot of kids out there. Hey, your parents really ain't lame. It's just they got older and they had to calm down. Because when your parents was in their 20s and shit, hey, man, a lot of us was out here in the streets doing our thing, but we had to calm down and raise y'all. So I felt Goofy and I felt sad for that nigga, man, as I watched the movie again.
I feel you. I like both of y'all lists. My list is gonna be. It's crazy that all our lists are similar, but they're all different. But they're all similar. And after I give my list, we can talk about it. Why I feel like it's all similar, but they're different.
Say less.
So the first movie when I seen the lineup, you got some movies, Juice Man?
RoboCop's one.
You got it. You got
I
some.
look at it different from y'all. I just looked at movies that I seen when I was younger that I look at now. I look at different. I don't look at it different as in my principles as I grew up. I just look at it now different as the graphics was crazy, but it's still the same premise had me fucked up. Like RoboCop had a nigga fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Revenge story. It was
So basically, what
you
you're saying, had it been made in 2024, the graphics would have looked better. Is that what you're hinting at?
Yeah. No, it's just that my time is a little bit more gruesome than your time. Like my time was a dark time. Me coming up, believe it or not, a lot of movies I used to watch, I still feel the same way about them, but they were some gruesome ass movies. They don't do movies like that no more. And they were with bad graphics. So like imagine seeing a Saw movie
in 1970.
No.
Or 88.
81.
How old are you trying to make this nigga?
Nah, 88.
Let's say 81, 82. Let's say you see a Saw movie now, but the Saw movie was like RoboCop. Cause you know when they redid RoboCop, it was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, it didn't put the same like
Just
that
like
shit-
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, like Judge Dredd some bullshit. So it's just like it really put some light to shit. Like nigga, you doing your shit, and then boom, you got caught in some shit. It like that shit gets you to thinking like the good. Yeah, you could be a good guy, but a good guy might get fucked. You can get fucked up.
They
You
had
know what I'm saying?
they had some good one-liners in that movie too, man.
You will get fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. What's another good movie that I watched? I was like, damn, this shit crazy. Like RoboCop. Y'all saying movies that I look at now that I look at different. Boomerang.
Okay.
Boomerang's a good one.
Why Boomerang?
Why Boomerang? Like I said, I look at it the same. But I look at it the same, and my principles ain't changed. Like I grew up fast, so like.
But what about it makes you look at it differently? It ain't gotta be just what about it?
Oh, before I just looked at it as a dude fucking beautiful women. But then as I got older, I looked at it like what these women had to offer him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I looked at
So like all they had was their beauty.
they had brains too, but like for instance, he crossed over one beautiful girl to fuck another beautiful girl. He wasn't satisfied with the one beautiful girl he had. You see what I'm saying? And then the beautiful girl he crossed over with, she was just doing that shit to fuck with him because she was fucking with another beautiful girl. It's the same shit we do every day. You know what I'm saying? Like a chick gonna fuck you shit because she don't like the chick you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't look at it like that back then. I just looked at it, like this nigga trying to fuck as many bitches as he can. You know what I'm saying? And he's just trying to fuck his way up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it before. He should try to fuck his way up the ladder. But as it goes on, I realized that one of the chicks he was trying to, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically the same thing. It was just looked at it differently. Like a lot of movies I look at now, I still look at it the same because I grew up a little bit different. I wasn't really, as they say, I don't know.
I mean, I think Boomerang is a good example, man.
Yeah, my father wasn't the type the sugarcoat shit with me. Like he actually talked to me and let me know the shit was the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, and that's what it is. It's like what's another one? I said Boomerang. I said
you said RoboCop, Boomerang.
The movie I look at. Shoot, Mandingo. That's a fucked up movie. Shit, the one they just did with old girl, that shit pissed me off. But that's a new movie. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of movies I look at that pisses me off. But, yeah, man, those two off my head I can think about right now.
Now, those were good movies, man. Boomerang, I really like that one just for the simple fact of two reasons. One, like, I can relate more to Eddie Murphy's character now being a player because, hey, man, you have all these options out here. And it's just you just be like, man, I really don't want to just choose one, you know. And I sympathize with that more now. Two, I also like the fact that basically he depicted black people in a position we wasn't used to seeing black people where everybody's successful, everybody's professional, you know. And when I was younger, I didn't even think about that. It didn't even occur to me that was what was going on. As an adult, when I watched the movie, I love the fact that all the black people, they're not drug dealers, they're not pimps. Yeah. They're not living in Section 8 housing. They're successful advertisers, market managers, and stuff like that. So that's a very good choice, Juice Man. What about you, Rose? What was your 5?
Okay, so the first one when I seen the list, the first one that came to my mind was Big. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, so y'all remember Big, right?
I already know you're going with that then.
So as a kid, he was like, dog, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to grow up.
Can I tell you a movie similar that I thought about doing with that one?
What's up?
Y'all remember the movie 13 going on 30?
Yeah. With the woman, with the girl.
For the same reason that you picked.
Yeah, so it's like, oh yeah. But then when he became an adult, he was like, dog, this ain't what I thought it was. Like, it's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, dog, I had fun at first. I could do whatever I want to do, but it's like, oh, I got responsibilities now.
And there was a Tommy from Rag. I got responsibilities.
Yeah, so Big, it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? That speaks for itself. But that was the first movie that came to my mind when I seen the lineup. I was like, Big, yes. Yeah, because like as a kid, like, dog, I want to be grown. I never really thought about myself as I can't wait to be grown, but it's like just watching that, like, yeah. But when he got grown, it's like, oh yeah, it's different. It's different. My second one was Boomerang, and
For real?
yeah, my second one was Boomerang,
Great minds think alike.
and it was like, cause Eddie they tried to make it seem like Eddie was a bad guy. But Eddie wasn't a bad guy. He was single.
Yeah.
Facts.
He wasn't a bad guy. He was single. He was just doing what he was single.
He was doing what single people do.
He was successful. You know what I'm saying?
He was just attractive, successful, and black.
Yeah. He had his preferences.
Marcus.
You know what I'm saying? And then like he got and then the thing about it, like, we all was like, oh yeah, he was the man, but he got played more than one time.
Probably the only part of the movie that was fucked up was when I think he fucked the girl that David Allen Grill wanted, and I think David Allen Grill had told him, yo, man, I like her. And he still fucked her. That was probably the only fucked up part, but besides that, to your point, hey man, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. And then like people made it seem like he was a bad guy, but he got screwed over like maybe 3 times or something in the movie.
Yeah, then he fucked that Ether cut in the movie.
Because
Marcus, I ain't wearing no panties.
Because
the other way. And then you didn't even get the job.
Because he thought something, yeah. And then he ended up getting with the other chick. And he's like, oh, I really like her. But
she a nigga.
But
Robin Givens was a nigga.
Yeah, but the girl you talking about was Halle Berry.
Yeah, Halle Berry. That's who he ended the movie with, I think.
Yeah, but his friend was like, man, I really like her, but he was like, man, okay, I can't get her, but don't do her wrong, dude. Don't do her wrong. But he was like, yeah, I got this. But he was trying to play the game. He messed up, and then he had to put in work to try to get her back. You know what I'm saying? They should have made a part 2 of that movie.
Yeah, they should. That's a good one. It was like, what else you got?
Third one was Set It Off.
Woo!
Shit.
Set It Off.
Woo! I need that money.
Nate.
I'm in a
bind, Nate.
Another time. When I'm gonna get my check? When I'm finished.
That's right.
As a
You
young
made a hero.
as a young guy, I'm like, okay. But now it's like you really see what's really going on. You really see what's really going on.
We're trying to play on our sensibilities.
Yeah, so you really see what's really going on. And Nate wasn't having it. Nate was the man.
He stood on business.
Nate
stood on business.
Nate wasn't having it.
Man, let's keep it real, bro. Now that I'm an adult, like he paid for, I think, 1 semester of tuition. That was a grip.
That was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. And all you had to do was spread your legs.
And then you act like you ain't enjoy it.
Exactly.
You ungrateful hoe.
Crying in the shower.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it made it so bad, like, how you the only one that ain't died? You should have been the first one to die.
Facts.
Just for that reason. You know what I'm saying? And then my third one was a thin line between love and hate. I mean, that's my fourth one. A thin line between love and hate.
Love that movie.
I've been trying to find this movie online for forever.
It's not on Tubi?
I don't
It
know.
might be on Prime.
Because you know all them old black movies be on Tubi.
It's either on Prime or Tubi.
I gotta try to search Tubi then. But yeah, I've been trying to find it because Martin, he was the man. And then the chick is like, oh yeah. But he was like, man, I told you what it was. Like, hold on now. And then she's like, she wasn't having that. And that's how. And then you understand that now because that's how you know people like that. You know people like that now.
I mean, he did fuck when he told that bitch he loved her though.
Hey, that's part of the game.
She told him, this ain't what you want.
That's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And then my last one, these are kind of similar movies, but they're different. But I couldn't really pick which one I wanted to do, so I'm just gonna say both of them. Waiting to Exhale.
That's a really good one.
And Stella got her groove back.
Yo.
So I couldn't really pick which one I wanted. I went Waiting to Exhale because it had more characters and more storyline of other people other than just the main character. But I didn't want to leave Stella got a groove back because Stella got a groove back. It was like an older woman, you know what I'm saying, with a young guy. Like back then, that was unheard of. It even now, it's still kind of unheard of.
Yeah, it still kind of looked at like sideways.
Yes, but it happens though. So it's like, and him, he was a good guy, but in natural fact, looking back at it now, he was a loser. His parents had money, you know what I'm saying, but he was a loser. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? His parents, both his parents was like what, doctors or something like that.
Yeah, they was working professionals.
Yes, and then him, he just worked at and they always like, you could do better, you could do better. But then he found her, and then he treated her well and everything, but she still treated him like you still a little boy. You know what I'm saying?
He was a little boy.
But he was the man though. You know what I'm saying? He treated her son good. You know what I'm saying? He treated her good. He just wanted to make her happy, but he also wanted to live his dreams too. But it just kind of like,
hey man, I'm gonna say this about Waiting to Exhale.
I haven't even got to that one yet.
My bad. I'm gonna wait till you get to that one.
So then Waiting to Exhale. So you know they had like was it 4 women on that character?
Might have been 5.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 main characters.
Yeah. So and all the women had different lives, different situations, and it's like as a youngster looking at it, it's like okay, whatever. But now,
did anybody read the book?
No, I didn't read the book. No.
Okay, cool. Continue, Rose.
But you can school us in a minute.
No, I didn't read the book, bro. I didn't read that shit.
Oh, okay.
I ain't no bitch.
Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? They always say the book is better than the movie, so I thought maybe you read it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that everybody went through something, and then but some of her friends, Angela Bassett's friends, were saying that, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. But their whole situation was jacked up.
Yeah, they all was fucked up.
But then they're
trying to give advice.
They all trying to give advice.
And you see that shit today.
Yes.
And when I saw The Brothers, for those who know the movie The Brothers, and I saw Bill Bellamy say this line, as a kid, it just went over my head. Now as an adult, I laughed so hard because I'm like, you right, nigga. He was like, I'm gonna write a book too, man. Fuck Waiting to Exhale. Bitch, breathe. Hey, Bill Bellamy, shout out to you, man, because that's how I felt now watching Waiting to Exhale as an adult. Yeah, y'all bitches need to breathe, bro.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, those are my 5. And the thing I was trying to say about all our movies, it's like we all pick, you know what I'm saying, Black African American movies, but we all had one white movie in it too, though.
Sure, we did.
But it's really a white movie, but it just had white actors in it.
Yeah, just mostly white actors in it.
But most of the movies that we picked were, I just thought that was surprising, you know what I'm saying? But I love to see that, you know what I'm saying, that our culture ain't dead, you know what I'm saying? We here, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think in the 90s and early 2000s, black cinema was like at an all-time high. And then when you younger, you typically may watch what your parents have on. Because a lot of these movies that I saw was movies that basically, hey, that was on the TV channel or whatever. Mm-hmm. Except for that one cartoon movie I had. That was some shit that I just wanted to watch.
Yeah, so... And it was other movies like I thought about, but it's like I looked at it the same way back then, but they were still really good movies. Like I'm just gonna say one, like what's it called? Blank Check.
Yeah, okay. That's the.
And so it's like
you don't hear that one too often.
So it's like as a kid, like I really love that movie, but growing up, like I still feel the same way about it as a kid, like dog. But yeah, man. I like all y'all. I like all y'all movies, man. That was dope. You know.
Yeah, I think everybody's movies was great, man. And if I had to throw in an honorable mention, man, it probably would be like Mo Money, only because like as an adult now, I feel Damian Wayans, bro. Because when you trying to change, it's so hard, whether it's your family members or your friends. Because like Damian was changing, but Marlon didn't want to change. And it was like, no, nigga, we need to change for the better. And sometimes that can be hard, dragging people you love with you to change. So, like, yeah, that was a great movie. Plus, it was just one of those movies where it was like, this nigga was broke and still got the bitch. Still got the bitch and everything.
More
Like,
money.
and shout out to Damon Wayans, bro. This nigga, as long as I've been watching him, this nigga stay getting the bitches in his movies and TV shows. So shout out to you, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Any closing thoughts, C's?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna say the point. It's like we're literally gonna go home next week and be thinking about this movie. It's like, yo, I remember this movie when I was a shorty or when I was a teenager, whenever. And you'll be like, yeah, man, that was a good movie, man. When I first saw it, I thought about it this way, but now that I think about it, it's different. And then, like, just seeing how movies are, like, art is a reflection of life. So it's like it goes to show you how a movie is like a form of art and it changes throughout time. It's like one of those recurring themes. Like, yeah, I saw this movie when I was younger, but the way I look at it now, like, we might see Pursuit of Happiness 5 years from now and be like, yeah, I completely understand it, man.
I'm still laughing at that bathroom scene, nigga.
But yeah, and then my favorite line from Wade to Exhale, man. You raggedy bit Bubba from Forrest Gump. You raggedy bitch. But then, hey, and it's crazy how one last thing, man. It's crazy how people say movies link up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they said so Bubba opened up the restaurant and then later on he gets with this hoe and now he's a drunk. And then later on he divorces that bitch or whatever, they break up. He's an ATL, he goes to church, turns his life around, and now he's riding on the back of a motorcycle. And the last one is gonna be Baby Boy. We talked about, me and Bertizzi talked about this one last night, but it's a lot of themes with Baby Boy that you look at like, that was a really fucked up movie, man. Like, just a lot of things I'm not gonna dive into, but yeah, it's
Black exploitation.
Yeah, and then they said the mom, it's a continuation because I think they were in LA. The mom went from house party and it goes to show you years later she has Baby Boy. So I don't know if it was play as his dad or his kid is dad. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We in an election year. People starting to vote early already, man. For all my African Americans out there, get out and vote, man. We got to get Kamala in the White House. We got an opportunity to make history. I remember when I was part of a generation that had the opportunity to put Obama in the office. I felt proud to be able to say I voted and got to see the first Black African American president in the Oval Office. We got a chance to do that here. When I voted for Joe Biden, I'm gonna keep it real, and I ain't afraid to say this. I voted because I wanted to see Kamala be the first ever female Black vice president. And when I vote this year, I'm gonna vote because I want to see the first female Black president. So get out and vote, man. And like I said, man, we cannot pick people. If you vote for Trump and you Black, you playing for the wrong team, man. You playing for the wrong team, bro. I don't care if you a Black male. I keep seeing stuff about Black males and Black females. You playing for the wrong team. And if your mama ain't gonna tell you, if your daddy ain't gonna tell, I'm gonna say it to you. Use a coon. Use a coon. And like Harry Truman said, we try and get to freedom. The first thing we need to do is kill them niggas in the back that's afraid to help us get to freedom. So all you coons, in the words of DJ Rose, hey, go and kill yourself. And the words of Ebony Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch us at the polls, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.